Hello, everyone. The 48th episode of the Frostwalkers podcast. This episode, well, actually, because last episode was a pretty big deal. Calem met his mom, the Hearth. The party has made it to this very lovely village. Andrei and Finley had some nice time to bond in the medical center. Rowan and Sari had some time to talk. And when we left off in a fire pit kind of situation with one of the leaders of the Hearth, Alina, and one of her as then unnamed guard, will be named in momentarily. Before we begin, I want to thank some folks. I want to thank the people who gave us some characters in the Hearth. I want to thank Rev for creating Lumith. I want to thank Kat for making Galena from last session. The Aetheral, who was mentioned, Genevieve, was a gift from Hallie, who was the charity events. And we also want to thank today Yina, who gave us Tolam and Katso today. And, well, Lance made Orion. And lastly, our guest star today. You want to introduce your character and yourself, Sam?
Sure. My character, Cyran Cane, spelled Cyran space Cane, is a one of the, from what I've heard, original races from Hearth, is an Arctic elf. Mechanics-wise, running a move as barbarian, druid, and a little bit of fighter mixed together. Do you want me to do physical appearance now? Sounds good. I'll move up. So, he is roughly 6'4". He has a scruffy, half-shaven off the side, very lazily beard that goes around most of his face. His hair on top is pulled back into a single ponytail that leads into a braid behind him. Hair kind of shaved back on either side of the temple. His facial features and most of his features are as much as a combination between half-orc and elf as you can get. He's very athletic and buff, but still has the kind of gaunt features of an elf in some locations. His face is thin, but his nose still stands out, having much high brow. Armor-wise, he is wearing a kind of half tunic around his waist that's been cut down with a rope around, holding a water skin on one side and a large decorated horn on the other. Both of his gauntlets have spiked horns out of the back of them. Some look to be made of bone, and others seem to be made of metal implements to match. The wraps around the feet lead from the pants that are just wrapped in leather cords around the feet. And he has a small harness wrap around the top, and then all leading up to a cloak that has a clasp of 3 small wolf fangs, 2 large shoulder pieces that are furred and leathered over, and then a cloak behind that leads up to a wolf head that has been tanned, and when it pulls up, it looks like a wolf head over the top of his head. I will send.
God, that's like the most detailed and like cool description we've had, I think, of a character.
The harness is wrapped on the back, and then there's a small sheath. It doesn't actually cover the whole blade, but it's basically to hold it in there, of a long greatsword, which I did not have enough time to finish a drawing ref, but I will send this in the chat for you guys. of a 3D model of.
Ooh, sick.
Ooh.
Woo!
Oh, whoa, he looks
Damn.
so... Oh, wow, he's cool.
I couldn't get the face perfect, so the face is a little more half work in that, but
Yeah, he looks awesome. Whoa, he ripped.
he rip. Yes, he's very athletic for an elf.
Is
That's
he
awesome.
not wearing a shirt?
No, he's not.
Buff elf,
It's
buff
cold.
elf, buff elf.
Put some
And-
clothes on.
B, I believe you mentioned the a light blue skin. The hair is a mostly white, but kind of silvered at the roots. The
Cool.
tattoos are white, correct? The ones that kind of up both of his sides. There's I forget what are exactly the symbols. These would be like
They're like...
the faith ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the back, there's a large, but covered up by the cloak, there's a large tattoo of a wolf.
Cool.
Damn.
Awesome. Okay. So that's Cyran. Cyran? Cyran?
Cyran.
Cyran. I got it right the first time.
Hey.
I'm just self-conscious. Woo!
It's all good.
Anyway. Cyran has been there standing next to Alana during this moment where Calem and her have been reuniting, basically. And where we left off, Calem was kind of moving over to Finn for comfort because, oh my god.
It's a lot.
Yeah, because a lot is happening and he needs familiarity, and strong knight friend will be buff familiarity.
Finley enters
Aw.
protective stance,
Oh.
which is every single movement because that's all she does.
Yeah.
Just that.
I think after Alana and Calem have their moment, she kind of turns to the bard who was there this whole time. He's kind of softer featured elf lute. Yes, with a lute, because the lyre is like the harp, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You did
a
it.
lute. Yes.
I did it right the first time again. And he kind of stops playing a little bit and just sits back into normal places because, sorry, you had a very emotional moment, Your Eminence, and I just kind of started going and...
He was playing the whole time.
Oh, that was the background music that we heard. Oh, that's adorable.
Really just vibing.
sit down. And so she gestures to Cyran and just goes like, this is my most trusted guard. His name is Cyran. I've been excited. I've been a mix of emotions the day I would ever see you again, Calem, because I'm happy you're all here, but I also know you wouldn't be here for no reason. So I don't want you to start alarming the town, the village, but I do, while we're just here, I do want to know what brings you here, besides the giant worm.
Is she addressing us or is she addressing
the whole
Calem?
The whole group. I should have made that more clear. She sat down like a little bit away from Calem, closer to Cyran, mostly because she understands, like, maybe don't smother the person you've just met and is now saying is your child, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe she's kind of resisting the urge to just like grab him, you know?
Oh.
Keep hugging, but she's kind of keeping a straight face and just kind of asks a lot of you what brings you to the hearth besides giant snowworm.
Well, that's kind of what we're trying to figure out. We've been encountering a lot of different things back in Timshul. Hags and weird enchanted buildings and all kinds of things.
Dream demons.
Dream demons. Never forget the dream demons.
Dreamers.
Oh, I was gonna type it.
But we don't really know exactly what the cause is, and that's kind of what we're trying to figure out. We have some ideas, but we're not completely sure.
She not. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's all she said was dead ends.
Oh. I see. Well, how did you know to search for us? We're a hidden village. We are constantly on the move, and our mages keep up invisibility spells. Something had to alert you to the existence of a town in the middle of the snow.
I think at that moment, Rowan will pull out the book that she had, the little journal, and tell her, we found this, and then she hands it to her.
Oh. I guess I should say thank you. It's mine.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Where did you find it? I thought I had lost it in the castle years ago.
I think she kind of looks to Calem.
The catacomb. Your father's old workstation? I shouldn't be surprised that he stole from me.
Oof. Oof.
Okay. Well, thank you. The fact he had this is alarming. I thought my getaway was fairly clean, but if he had my journal, you may not be the only one seeking this place out.
Why would they need to seek this place out?
Frankly, we're the only people who still remember the things they want us to forget. The things a lot of people are forgetting. There's been a lot of work that, she turns to Calem, your father and the group you probably know as the Order of the Red Eye have been up to recently. We were alerted when the frost curse happened because, well, she does a little whistle and 3 winter wolves kind of run up from somewhere in the snows and kind of meet her and lay at her feet. Rowan, you notice one of the wolves look at you and kind of give you a solemn nod of remembering you.
Oh my gosh. She doesn't know how to feel. I think her initial reaction is kind of fear, to step back a little bit, but then now she's kind of just huh.
You may remember rescuing these 3 from the clutches of the hag. They were going to be fed to the newly hatched guard drake that I believe you brought with you.
Yeah.
Those were my pets. They were taken from our camp, and since then we've been on higher alert. Then some of Thamior's men found a group of people caught up in a cave, and she turns to Andrei. You may remember that part well. Captured by doppelgangers, and you were the ones who rescued you.
She just looks kind of blank right now, just kind of absorbing all of this information. She just kind of nods in acknowledgement of her words, but doesn't say anything.
Since the start, I've been doing what little I can to help, but I knew the battle had to be fought at home. So, I'm glad you're safe, Calem. I feared things wouldn't have worked out so well. You see her put her hand up to her heart, breathe in, and then just move it to her side as she breathes out. Now's not the time for thinking it could have been. You came with a prisoner of sort, captured. I don't know what term you like to use. The tiefling.
Oh, yes. We're not really sure about him, honestly. He, well, huh. I guess originally he didn't try to attack us. He sent others to attack us, but then told us that he knew that we would win, so I guess he's on our side. And then he explained that he was... I guess the Order found out, and they sent him to attack us again with the worm. And he's injured now, so we're hoping that maybe you could help.
She nods and just goes, now that you're out, we can bring him into Galena. She turns to Andrei and Rowan and just goes, are you two comfortable going to check up on him?
Of course. I mean, I'm a healer myself, so I wouldn't mind helping out.
And I have no problems going, I suppose.
Okay. So if I put you two in charge of making sure he ends up in one piece, and we get whatever information we can out of him, she turns to Calem and Finley. I think I want you two to go with Cyran. You have some things to learn if you're going to be taking on the Order, especially if you two are going to be working together. She kind of looks over to Myrina. I should know. And Myrina puts her hand behind her neck and just goes, Finn. And you could tell that there's this foreign nature to her using Finn instead of her first name, she's trying to blend in with the crowd by saying it.
Cool aunt.
Yeah, Finn. I was... You were... You just hear, get these words out. I was the... You were the... And, each time she just kind of, does the concerned face each time she stops herself. And it takes Ambrose to appear and just go oh, spit it out, Myrina! You could see he droops his hands by where his legs are. It's ugh. How your job is personally guarding Calem?
Yeah.
My job, way back when, was the same, but with royal family.
What?
Alana just goes, Myrina's an old friend of mine. And you get to see that the two are standing there awkwardly, oh boy.
You said that you fought with them. You didn't say that you were friends with them.
Well, that was part of the getting her out of town plan. Once we knew Fitzroy, we devised a way to get her out. As part of it, I had to swear not to say or do anything that could alarm him, so I stretched the truth a bit.
This changes things in a weird way.
Yes. Calem's just blinking and just goes so you two are cool. And then he looks over to Cyran, and you're cool with her, but you two don't know each other. He points to Myrina and Cyran. Am I getting this right? And Alana just does the slow nod of and Calem just goes, Mom, I thought my situation was complicated.
Oh.
I thought Lich girlfriend was complicated. Hey. This is complicated. I know. But it's what I had to do, and it sucks, yeah.
This is a lot.
I kind of wish I didn't dump all of this on you at once, but at the same time, this also could have killed any good vibes at dinner, so...
She's trying to be cool, using good vibes. I'm
vibes.
A cool mom.
So, here's the plan. She looks over to Sari, who is Livy's. You know best the way around Timshul, having traveled there yourself by foot many times. So she's kind of splitting. Alana's kind of splitting the party off. Sari is going to go with Gale on perimeter control. Andrei and Rowan are going to go with Galena to check in on Valdis. And Finn and Calem are going with Cyran to like catch up on some training, basically. Is the idea.
Okay.
So do you any particular scene you guys want to do first?
I don't know.
Eyes emoji.
Normally we'll do like chat order if
True.
if no one can decide.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to actually let's do an Andrei first. So Rowan and Andrei, you two are back in the tent. That Andrei knows. Andrei knows the place.
Mm-hmm.
Rowan, you walk in for the first time to the healer's tent, and it's very pretty. I described it better last session, but it has all these nice wind chimes, these different herbs all around. Very pretty, very homey, kind of hippie-ish leaning, but you know.
Ooh, I like it.
I'm very happy to be in here.
Sam, you said Cyran wanted to say something?
While everyone's heading out, I'm just going to turn to her. This situation's kind of scuffed, isn't it?
It's a bit weird. Yeah.
Well, maybe send out word with somebody if we got possible income and get some of the more quiet militia guys to be on lookout perimeter, see if anybody's looking at us strange.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'll head out with them.
So she nods and would, after appointing Sari and Gale to the job, would also say that while Cyran goes to talk with Finn and Calem, she and Myrina are gonna go wrangle up some other folk to do the same, to do some watch and then meet up back with them.
Sounds good. Just keep yourself safe, okay?
Mm-hmm. She nods and just kind of gestures everybody off and goes, "Sorry for interrupting your practice there, Frost." He just goes, "Oh, no, it's fine," and just goes back to performing.
The drawl. The drawl.
So, Andrei and Rowan,
Yeah.
you two are in this nice tent. There's Galena, and they're laying kind of strewn out is Valdis. His typical attire, kind of dirtied and torn in places.
Mm.
And you can see Galena has kind of already magicked him up and is now setting out the herb stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So conscious enough to speak. And you could see him kind of rubbing his eyes and trying to holds up two fingers in front of his face and okay, I'm not crazy. He looks pretty beat up still, but he's not unconscious, and the purple in his eyes is gone.
I'm definitely cautious of him, I guess, because I don't really know if he's good or bad. I feel like Arc 1 Rowan would just be oh, okay, but I think she's learned to be a bit more cautious of people.
Yeah.
And so she's definitely a little bit suspicious of him, but I think she'll still kind of ask him hey, you feeling any better?
Okay. Before we do that, did Andrei, did you have anything you wanted to tell Rowan before you went in, or did you guys just kind of go in? Do you know?
I don't think so. I do kind of to what Shay was saying though. Andrei is definitely wary of him, because that's kind of who she is. She's suspicious of people, especially when they come and break into people's castles and like steal things. So
Did he steal anything though? He just took the staff, right?
I mean, yeah, but
he took Fitzroy's staff.
Yeah.
I mean, he did manage to sneak into the castle, which alone is
That's true. That's
and he's also
suspicious.
a dick.
He is also a
yeah,
huge
that
dick.
too.
Well,
So
yeah.
Andrei is she's kind of like a few steps behind Rowan, and just like arms crossed, like
We're gonna do some good cop, bad cop here with him.
Yes,
I
we
think
are.
that's the plan.
Yes, we
Oh,
are.
I love that. I love that so much. Okay, I'll play into it. All right, I love that. Valdis just kind of like shakes his head a bit and just like, yeah, I'll be okay. Ugh.
That's good.
So
You want me to like get you anything, or
Do you want a glass of water?
I'm being accommodating.
Yeah, Valdis, do you want a juice box?
oh my god. I think Andrei is just kind of like, Rowan, what? No. That's
What? I'm trying to be accommodating.
It's the doctor's job to be nice to him. Okay, we're here to get answers.
Oh, we're doing good cop, bad cop. Okay, got it.
I love them so much.
So, I'll get you whatever you want, but we have some questions for you.
Okay, yeah, fire away, I guess. It's not like I can really leave here.
That's true. You would be just out in the tundra. It's cold.
Yeah.
Hey, so
And my
sorry to interrupt, not really, but what the hell is up with the worm? What was that?
That was a very good animal control spell.
Uh-huh. And what were you doing there?
A very good person control spell.
Mm-hmm. Who's behind that, if you don't mind?
Well, I could tell you. I don't care for the guy, so I don't mind at all. The man's name is Texic. He was a tiefling, and I noticed the use of the word was. He was one of the founding members of the Order of the Red Hive. Some even say he was around back when the Order was still the army of the Shadow Dragon back in the... When he died, the Shadow Dragon just kept him alive with his magic. He's a bit of a wraith, in a way, kind of. Still keeps him in use. He's fucking useful and a powerful warlock. So, when I did you that favor and knocked down some members of the Order peg, I was right underneath him in terms of the hierarchy and didn't really like that much, so he tried to, knock me down a bit.
Who's at the top of the hierarchy?
We never get to talk to him. Usually all our orders come through Texic. He then goes on to describe kind of a purple tiefling looking guy. Horns are all ornate. Has this steel mask over his face. Oh, creepy fucking guy. Edgy as shit. I don't care for his style much, but whatever.
That's so funny. He's one to talk.
Oh my gosh.
He looks like freaking Alistair from Has-Been Hotel. Valdis is one to talk about being edgy.
Dear God. Okay.
Please.
I think Andrei is just kind of like listening to this, and Rev doesn't know what to say next.
I should say, and this is just true for anything in the Hearth. I should have said this last session, and I apologize I didn't. Any and all sorts of checks are allowed anywhere. Just tell me what you want to do it on.
Insight on Valdis.
Okay, go for it.
Wait, what are you doing? I got logged off for a second. What are you doing?
Insight checking value.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. That is a 17 plus 4, so 21.
Ooh, nice. Okay, with
Nice.
a 21, you can tell just from the way he's talking and like the manner of speaking, some of this is true and some of this is fabrication, and you can kind of piece together that. Not so much what is what, but you can piece together it by the fact that some parts he said clearly and with confidence, and other times he kind of starts speeding through the lines just a bit just to get to something, you know what I mean?
Oh
You can't
gosh,
really pin down
do I
ex-
have Zone of Truth? Do I have Zone of Truth?
Please tell me you have Zone of Truth.
If it's not in your spell list, check Heartmenders.
Okay.
But yeah, you get the sense that like some of it is true. You're not sure what part is and isn't though. And you don't know, like, so it's not like even though your roll is really good, he hasn't really given you enough information for it to be like, this is the lie, and this is what he's really playing. You know what I mean?
No, I don't have Zone of Truth. I do have Charm Person. But, yeah, sadly, I do not have Zone of Truth.
So, yeah, you know, like, 50-50, you know what I mean? You know not everything he's saying is legit, but it's not like you could go line by line and just be like, this is the lie here, and this is the lie here, you know?
I see. Could I charm him and ask him to tell us the truth?
You can absolutely try. I warn you, though, he is claiming to have just gotten off of a charm spell. So someone casting something around him might ring his alarms a bit.
Actually, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
you
you're
could
right.
absolutely try. Maybe like a good sleight of hand might get it to go. But
See, I'm
that's
wondering
unfair.
because I don't know. Like, Rowan's very nice and wouldn't like, but she also wants answers.
Right.
So I don't know whether she'd be willing to like make I guess like go against her own moral code a little bit in order to do this. Cause like she's willing to charm the heck out of somebody and ask them what's up if she thinks they're a bad guy. But if he's like just coming off of a bad charm and he's good, then I don't know if she wants to like
right,
upset
because
him.
Andrei hasn't told Rowan what her findings are yet.
Oh, yeah. Should probably do that, huh?
If you can find a means of egress, then absolutely.
I mean, honestly, Andrei's the kind of person to just be like, just give us a moment and pull Rowan to the side.
That's
Okay.
means of egress. That'll
Okay.
do it.
Yeah, I'll follow her.
Okay, so here's the deal. He's giving us
Okay.
the truth, but also not. Some of the things he's saying are true, but those truths are steeped in lies as well. I'm trying to
Okay.
figure out what's what, but I'm not a mind reader, you know?
I'm a rogue, not a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, and I'm a druid, but I don't have Zone of Truth. Shit.
This is why Sari's integral to the party.
I know. If we only had Zari.
Okay, I could cast Charm Person on him and ask him to tell us the truth. Maybe that would work.
It might. I don't. I don't know if or how he'll react to that once he comes off of that.
Especially because you're in a public hospital.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, he might be upset with me. Darn, I don't. We're just gonna have to be really persuasive.
Hey, B.
Yeah, what's up?
When we go back over there, can I roll a persuasion to get him to tell us the truth?
Put on the charm, ladies.
You can,
yeah.
You can roll persuasion. I mean, other things. I don't, like I said, any roll, anything is fine. Remember, you can investigate his surroundings. You can look for any pieces of anything around him physically that might be a giveaway. Any skill on the table is valid. But I'll give you guys a minute to think it over. Maybe you could shoot each other some private messages about the plan so I can jump to the next scene if that's cool, and then we'll come back to you.
Okay. I do have a very funny idea.
Okay, just shoot it to Rev in DMs while we have another sequence. Meanwhile, Finn, Calem, Cyran are probably in sort of an open space in the Hearth, probably towards the back perimeter, You'll see a couple other Arctic elves kind of scouring it, and another moon elf of Ariel kind of take to the air and cast an invisibility spell on himself to kind of scout out a bit more. And as all of this is happening, as you guys are walking towards this kind of barren field, two figures who I will soon describe, kind of step into frame. Cyran,
Yep.
You know them. They are outsiders to the city, but they've been here for a lot longer party. They kind of showed up as traveling pathfinder, trafficker, things like that. And they literally stumbled into the town on complete. They were charting courses through the tundra and basically walked right into the invisibility, and huh? And,
I was gonna say general vibe of how they've interacted in the community so far.
Oh, there's two of them. Their race is a bit strange. They are tabaxi sized, but they have Fae-esque wings. They are a Fae race called Razfair. Yeah, another cool kind of homebrew race. Thanks, Ina. But the two of them are Tolam and Katso. Katso is kind of airheaded, acts super confident, but is very quick to be self-conscious, Good. He's not a mean person. He's a very nice person. It's just that his confidence levels artificially enhanced, He talks a big game, but he is a good guy,
Gotcha.
Tolam is basically exact opposite. Incredibly intelligent, cannot get a word in. Tolam is much smarter than Katso, admittedly, but he's very bookwormish and quiet. The two of them are very nice. They've done nothing to prove any sort of harm to the town. They've done nothing but share their findings and everything,
Gotcha.
Their main goal is basically once the Hearth travels close enough to a mainland city to just, show up there and publish their findings. That's really their end game. They're just map makers and writers. And
Gotcha.
yeah, so when they're not asking questions about the way the Hearth is run for their books and such, they're just, going about the hustling. Hello? Is it better?
Hello.
Hey, you're back.
Okay.
Yes, you're good.
Okay. So, but Calem and Finley, this is news to you,
Oh yeah.
This race is news to you. These two are news to you, but to Cyran, you know them pretty well.
Sounds good.
They're just kind of observing the scouting party, and Katsu's kind of doing that monologue thing that they'll do, and Tolan is taking notes,
Gotcha.
Just very poetic words to describe the setup of the place and the blue kind of shorter and hunched over one is like writing down every word. And she goes like, "Can you stop using such colorful language, Katso? We're filling up this whole book with nothing but similes." It's like, "Come on, Tolam. People aren't going to read a book that's just math." He says, "I'd read a book that's just math." And then the two look at Cyran and immediately kind of like break from their banter and just go like, "Oh, are you?" They're in the field and they immediately just kind of like back away and they're just like, "Oh, sorry, we didn't mean to take up your space if you're going to be using it."
That's all right.
Yeah. Do you know why there's so many people going to the walls right now? The Katso kind of tilts his head a bit. And Tolan just goes like, "It's probably private," which is exactly why I'm asking.
Not really sure, but keep your scouting party up. See if you see anything. Try to alert somebody if you do. But as far as I know right now, not really worried on much. But just as a piece of advice, if you get too much similes and too much math together, it's going to sound like a cooking book. So you're not going to want to do that.
The two look at each other. Look and then look back and nod, and then he's just going like, "I've said it for years." And the cots are just like, "Shut up," and the two just kind of walk off.
Have a good day, too.
So why did my mom want us here? Calem's just kind of like looking around at this empty field, kind of awkwardly.
Well, maybe to introduce you to the place a little bit. So first, Finn, I gather.
Finley.
Finley. Anything else you'd like to be called? Is that alright?
Finley. It's fine.
Finley. Well, seeing as your quarry's still standing here alive, I've gathered you've done a pretty remarkable job so far.
You'd be surprised. There's been a few close calls.
There's always close calls, but...
Well, that's just our line of work.
You're also a handful.
Yeah, kind of seems a little like it, but, got an idea. It's been the worst of your close calls.
Well, the one where I wasn't there, probably.
That was the worst one.
That wasn't your fault. I told you to take the night off. I wanted you to visit your family.
Yeah, and you still, were completely unprepared, and you had to call for my help.
We were ambushed. It happens.
Suspiciously when I wasn't there.
You make your point.
Well, it's a large kind of field, and there's a bunch of people kind of out here, right?
Yeah.
Just gonna slowly start to, like, come with me. And just walk around and, in sparks to this conversation, every once in a while talk and, like, wave to someone to make sure they're doing alright, to just get a quick reading on how everyone's doing, but that's in between the next little conversation bit. There's gonna be times when you have to... when you're not there, Finley. You gotta make sure you get back. Story one time about kind of looks both ways, points up one direction, and kind of takes it from one building and traces it outward by the wall. Running in from this direction, we had a band of these orcs that kind of tracked us down. Don't tell me how dumber than a bag of rocks, but they found some tracks or something. And they were running in. Ran about 20, 25 miles full space trying to get back to warn the rest of the people. Got back, and it wasn't even there. So, off somewhere else. But I stay back and defend. So, Finley, make sure you're doing a good job. Know that you're going to have to run back sometimes. Sounds like you might have, but...
I don't know, it's hard to, it's hard to stay away when things like that happen. It's hard to go off on your own when you know that there is a possible impending danger that you're not going to be there for. And I know, Calem, I know you said it wasn't my fault, but it doesn't mean that I don't feel bad about it.
Calem kind of looks down and just goes, I'm sorry. I've been dismissive of how you felt about it.
It's fine. You're my charge. I worry about you.
Well, you're my friend, so I worry about you.
Oh, ow. Oof.
Good comeback.
There wasn't any sharp tonguedness there. That was just genuinely his first response.
I still appreciate it, Cyran. I've never met another guard who had a royal charge, let alone of the same family.
We were kind of fell into a friendship. We were friends a long time ago. And then she had to leave to do her duties and then came back all in the fuss. I just lay low here for a while. So I've always been here and came back and I needed don't really have a set position around this town. I just kind of make sure everyone's doing all right. And then seeing as she could most protect herself, I was her guard in more dangerous scenarios. Every other time I would walk around and make sure everybody else is doing all right. It's kind of stumbled into the position, I guess.
Wow. You sound that you're completely in your element and not at all freaking out whatsoever.
Yeah. Just looks across the field to some of the people. I guess even though this is all of the element that I've known, I've fairly fluent in it at this point. Both in the walking around and helping people carry stuff across the street to fighting anything that tries to come and get any of us. Which, looking at you and the rest of your party, you've been fairly acquainted with on your own.
I mean, it's a team effort kind of thing. I sort of had to learn that.
I get the feeling. Sometimes you want to hunt the lone part of the pact, but it's better to stick together.
Speaking of pack,
Yeah.
may I ask what's, she kind of gestures at his entire aesthetic.
Well,
wait, was that a reference to wolves or six packs?
I didn't even think of the 6-pack one, but now I think I want it to be both.
Oh my god. Sure, but mostly at the wolf thing.
Thank you, ma'am, but
That's great.
rest of the kind of throws the cloak back a bit to show the actual giant tattoo on the back. And then pulled it back over. Growing up in Hearth isn't always as easy as it seems. There's a very nice community around here, but sometimes with the visibility field, you get lost out and trapped in the wilderness on your own. Back when I was a stupid little runt in the rest of my pack, I ran off a bit on what I thought would be my own adventure. Got some sense kicked into me, but was picked up out of the dirt by some, we'll say, kindly wolves. They still were wolves, but so they're not very kindly. There's a bite on my leg that's from the first one that saw me, but
Wait, how are they kindly if they bit you?
they didn't immediately eat or kill me after that.
They took one bite, decided ew, and then didn't eat you.
Basically. But they,
Smart.
not saying I became a big major family part of any of them. Definitely wasn't raised by wolves, but they some of their tracking ability managed to lead me back where I was. And a couple of them got lost along the way, so this is to remember them, and just kind of picked up an affinity for taking care of wolves, so it's been my guidance spirit, if you had to put a word to it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love him.
You
Yeah,
just see Calem like trying to contain the I guess the best word to put it is just that's so cool, and is trying to look professional, but he is still a younger boy who's just basically heard the most badass story they've heard in their life.
Caleb, your bisexuality is showing.
It is extremely serious movies be like, also, I found this really fucking cool sword along the way. He just kind of pulls a great sword out. So there's a picture of what I had in mind. Instead of a little red gem in the middle, he's added it since then. But there's a metal bit around the blade on each part that's kind of two sides of a wolf head, kind of biting the blade down, and then the blade comes out of it.
Oh my god. That is one of the most beautiful blades.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, wow. May I? Just kind of
just kind of
hand out.
Puts one hand on the less sharp part and just kind of hands the hilt over to her.
Did you just find this? She kind of is tracing her hand down it.
Yeah, it was a little bit of an adventure back. I won't go into too much detail about it, but found some stuff along the way.
Calem's just looking at it and looking at Finn, and then looks back to the sword and looks at Finn, and just goes I don't condone stealing.
I'm not. Calem, I uphold the law.
Calem chuckles a bit and just goes I'm pulling your leg, Finn.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's fine.
I'm sorry, Finley saying I uphold the law is the most Finley thing I've ever heard her say.
Heard?
Is that the law of your lands or the law of the wild? Because if we're going by law of the wild, if you try to take that, I will take it back.
I'm not gonna. I almost went southern.
It's a contagious.
It is contagious. I'm not going to take the blade. I that's what I was saying. I wasn't here. You can have it back. It's fine.
Kid, I'm just messing with you. Hold on to it for a little bit.
Finley cannot handle two joking adults today.
Please.
As cool as this scene is, I'm gonna say. Oh, what's up? Sorry, no. If you have something to say, I won't cut you out.
No, I was just saying, yeah, as to lead it on. We're good.
Yeah. I was gonna jump back to Andrei and Rowan, so that way we can have the group reunite soon.
Oh, sounds good.
Andrei, Rowan, what's your plan?
Okay.
Circles already.
I'm so scared.
You should be. So Rowan goes over to Andrei and she's like, okay, I apologize for this, but we're very desperate. And he has kind of shown himself to be a rather arrogant man. And, if we don't have a charm spell, we could turn on the charm in other ways.
Rowan, we're desperate, but we're not that desperate. Are you serious?
Fear! Danger, Will Robbins.
How hard would we have to try? We just have to flirt with him a little bit, and then maybe he'll tell us what we want.
No!
Just two desperate gals.
Put on the charm, ladies. I hate this. I hate it.
Andrei does not like this idea, but she kind of sighs. And Okay. Okay, fine.
We just turned back to him with like a big smile.
About to be a big what whoa.
God.
when you turn your back, when you turn around, you see that a company like at his side is a like 2 foot tall little toonfolk who has like a very cartoonish bat look.
When did you get here?
You just hear like see him turn around and just go like, "Who the hell are they?" And Valdis just goes, "Maury, be nice. You weren't supposed to show your face, remember?" "Oh shit." Hi. Nice to meet you. How do you do? You just see Valdis's face go from like fear to like.
I go up to Maury, and I'm just like, "What an adorable little friend you have." Wink.
Wink? You say wink? Do you
No.
say wink?
Wink.
No.
Wink.
No, she just winks. Can I roll for charisma? This is Rowan trying to flirt. She's not good at it.
You can absolutely try.
Okay. It's not good. That's a 5.
It's not looking bright, guys.
You just see Rowan just like try and strut, but it looks more like a penguin waddle.
Yeah. She trips a little bit.
She's going full penguin, has a rock. "I'm going to give you this rock." And
No, what? No, she's trying to flirt, okay? Stop making fun of her. She's doing her best.
See, okay. What I think is really funny about this is that Andrei has a +3 to charisma. She would be good at flirting, but as Rev, I am not good at flirting.
fair.
Do your best. Do your best.
You can just roll, and I will autopilot it for your comfort.
Put an
Roll for
effort.
flirt.
Put an effort. You can do it. I believe in you, Rev.
Press F to flirt.
Okay.
To flirt.
Is that you implying that you're gonna have to pay respects to all of us dying of laughter?
Yes.
Wonderful. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll a performance.
Sounds like a valid plan.
Okay, give me a sec.
Typing yourself up.
Yeah. It's got to get hyped.
No, I just
You
had
got
to
this.
switch apps to my dice roller. So that's a 15 plus where's performance? 2. So
no, it's a good roll.
17 total.
Oh no, it's a good roll.
It's a good roll because
no.
of Andrei.
I don't think that means.
Press F for Valdis.
I don't know if that necessarily means that she succeeds at like seducing him. I just think that means that.
Be weave the story.
Okay, wait. I gotta say a thing. Okay, so Andrei is not really on board with the whole flirting thing, but she's like, okay, if this is what Rowan wants to do, fine. So with this roll, with this 17, she's not really saying anything outright flirty, but body language. So she kind of like makes her hips sway a little bit more when she walks over to him again, and then kind of picks up the conversation from where Rowan kind of started it, like it's a cute little friend there or whatever Rowan said. So she just kind of like schools her expression into I don't know what expression. I don't know. I'm not good at flirting. This is weird for me.
I just
Hello?
want you to know that Valdis and this Toon folk are like eyeing each other in the most "what the fuck is going on" way possible.
Yeah. So she just she walks over and she's like, I don't know what she says exactly, but I'm just gonna use
Actually,
the
this is
17
super
split.
funny to me. I think that see, the Toon folk is new, and Rowan's like, maybe I could get information out of him, and then like Andrei can handle Valdis. So I think that like Rowan's trying to flirt with the Toon folk. And
Oh my god, they're like a 2-foot tall bat.
yeah, and I'm a 2-foot tall halfling.
Let's say so are halflings.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what is even happening?
What part of you
cringing.
guys, while DMing, thought that this would work?
We didn't. We just
think-
thought it would be funny.
Let me roll
Exactly,
something real
yeah.
quick. Can I roll something real quick?
Sure. And then tell me what happens.
Andre doesn't even have to say anything to flirt. Just like
Yeah.
strut up and just wink.
Heck yeah. I think
Yeah.
what happens is
Agreed.
the two of them. I rolled insight. Val's is pretty okay, and the two folks is pretty okay. So what I think happens is the two like are aware that they are like how do I put it? They're aware that they're not flirting. They're aware they're trying to flirt. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like there's the element of artificiality has been caught by these.
Oh yeah, no, this is so awkward for both of us. Like, we don't want to be doing this. We're just desperate.
Yeah, and so like Valdis just blinks and just goes like, "Please let this nightmare end. What do you want?"
At this point,
I'll
Andre,
tell
Dude, we just want you to tell us the
Please,
truth.
No more.
Andre looks to Rowan
truth
and is like, "Can I bad cop now?"
Yeah.
Deck
Yeah,
'em.
I'm done. I'm done with this.
Deck 'em.
I didn't even do a very good job. I barely said anything.
Bad cop and flirt at the same time.
I thought this would be a good idea, and I couldn't even follow through. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's okay. So, Andre is going to draw Fearbringer and
Oh!
no.
The first rule is do no harm.
Let me finish. So she draws Fearbringer and takes a step closer and just kind of like levels it at him. Like she's making no move to use it yet, but she's making it very clear that she will if she doesn't get what she wants. Now,
Valdis
Okay.
pulls out his collar.
okay, so
Oh.
here's the thing. We know you're not being honest with us completely. So, how about you tell us what we want to know? And we'll see what we can do about those leftover wounds of yours. If not,
Wink.
well, she looks at her dagger. We'll give you some new wounds to worry about. How about that?
Damn!
Yeah.
Rowan's just like, yeah.
Okay. He just kind of like, fuck yeah. Murder.
We have license to kill. That's
More
fine.
blood for the blood god.
Rowan off the string. What sins will she commit?
Rowan's hoping he's good so she can heal him. She doesn't want to murder. But if he's evil, she'll let Andre murder.
So Valdis just kind of goes like, okay, look. The only thing I'm not telling you is that I do know a moniker for the guy on top. All right, if I tell you that, will you be happy?
Yeah. Kind of.
If I tell you what I know from my time in the Order, will you just not kill me?
That's the only thing we're asking. Just what you
Our-
know.
All right, cool, easy, simple. Basically, he turns to the Batfolk and says, "You know none of this. Get out of here. Go stretch your wings or something."
Rude.
And respect for the Toon folk, eh? All right, whatever. And he just kind of like stretches out his little bat wings and flutters off and just goes, "Can I take your backpack?" He says, "Do whatever." And the Toon folk takes his backpack. And he just goes like, "Look, all right, here's the deal. I was telling you the truth about that guy, Texic. He's number 2. Was number is was he's. It's weird when you're talking about a ghost.
We know.
The only thing I know about the guy on top, I don't know how true this is. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But he refers to himself as the Shadow Dragon.
Oh.
Ooh.
Look, I'm gonna be 100% real with you. I don't think he really is a dragon. I think he's just taking on the title of a horrible monster just to sound scary, you know?
Been there, done that.
The only other term he lets us use, which for all intents and purposes is the dumber one, he sometimes likes it when we call him Terror.
Andrea squints. Oh, she's put Fearbringer away by now, but Terror? That's I've
the
heard
name.
more intuitive aliases, but okay.
I don't know what his deal is. I don't know what he wants. All I know is he's the one who pulls this shit show together. I'm currently number 3, Fitzroy's 4, Texic's 2. Alright, that's all I know.
I think at that point, Andrea will take a step back. She's done bad copying.
Thank you. That was all we really wanted to know. I'm very sorry that we tried to flirt with you. That was a dumb idea on our part.
I'm assuming you both are. He just leans in and just goes, "I'm assuming you both are single."
No, actually.
It's complicated.
I pity them.
Oh! I thought he was gonna say something, but no.
He just fucking roasted us.
Can I go to bed now?
Sure.
He leans on his bed and just is "Thank you. You can go."
Yeah, okay. Rowan's just gonna leave. She's been thoroughly roasted by him.
Oh god.
So from there,
let's never do that again.
No.
This might be the dumbest thing that's ever happened in this podcast. Pulling away from that so everyone can kind of recover. You guys, I'm gonna do a bit of a time skip so we can work Livy in, okay?
Okay.
You guys, it's the end of the day. You guys have had dinner. You reunited after your work. Finn and Calem, through Cyran's help, learned how to basically combo off some spell stuff, you know? And it's the end of the day. Sorry, you can join us now. And the party is kind of staring at Cyran and Alana. And she just goes, "So, I have sort of an awkward thing to tell you."
Okay.
I'd imagine you'd like to sleep.
Yeah.
We didn't expect so many visitors so soon. You may have to share a tent tonight.
And this is bad.
If all of you can fit, I will be impressed.
Well, I do have a spell that could help. I have a spell called Tiny House.
Please. I'm literally begging.
Okay.
Alana just kind of sits down just goes. Sorry, you do the ritual, and a tiny hut appears.
How tiny?
Tiny hut. It's a house.
Uh,
I don't know. It's by 8-10 feet. Dimensions 8-10 feet. I had to
Let me-
refresh my
let me look
character
at the-
page.
Yeah, let me look up the official language it uses, because there's even a set number of people that can
Nine
fit.
creatures
Is
of
it
medium
Liam's
size.
Tiny
hut.
hut or tiny
They're-
house?
It's tiny hut. Leomund's tiny
Okay.
hut. I just had sorry call it tiny house.
Okay, that's actually another spell.
Okay, yeah, 9. It can fit 9 folks, so the party can fit in pretty easily if it's Finn, sorry, Calem, Anna, Rowan, and Andrei. Yeah, there would be room for the 6 of them and room for 4 more, so they could get
Awesome.
a nice. They could get some nice sleeps
Nice.
there.
Neat.
So yeah,
But
So-
You know what I forgot about?
what's up?
What?
Andre has filigree with her. I totally forgot.
It's okay.
That's random.
I forgot that.
You guys are getting some sleeps in the tiny hut.
real
Tiny
quickly, is it okay
Yeah.
if Finley has a word with Cyran real quick
Absolutely,
before she goes to bed?
absolutely.
Cyran, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, sure. What's on your mind?
This Valdis character.
Yeah.
He was there the night that the castle was invaded, which was, the close call. He claiming to be forced to attack us, but I don't trust him. I feel like no one else does, and we're just not telling each other about it. I don't trust him, and I don't like his presentation, and I just wanted to warn you about that because
How's he
shady.
been since he supposedly dropped control?
I mean, I didn't interact with him much. He basically just passed out and was sort of just like, "Don't leave me here," and then we took him here.
Keep on a short leash for now. Can't trust people, especially you said Trixie one. They'll say anything to get out of what predicaments they've been put into.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that the cleric, Galena, I'm sure she's handling everything fine, but I just wanted to let you know because, yeah, I don't know what to do, and I don't want to freak Calem out because there's enough under his belt already, and I don't know what to do.
Keep a sword pointing in his direction and get ready to cut his scrawny neck off if needed.
Oh wow, you have no idea how good it feels to have someone actually tell me, like, to do something that I want to do.
You should be doing what you want to do.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of chance for, violence.
Murder?
Yeah.
Well, my opinion, living out here, make that chance yourself.
Living out in Hearth, this nice, comforting city, we murder people all the time.
Oh yeah,
Listen,
totally.
it's the wilderness.
Casual fighting, my dude.
He's, clearly attacked you and you said he's been Trixie, so you have absolute reason to.
Yeah. I'll make sure to keep an eye on him. But
I'll try to do the same, as long as you all stay around here.
thanks, Cyran. I really appreciate it.
No problem. You have anything else? Here to assist.
Besides that, you're really cool.
Oh. Thank you. Pretty cool yourself.
She's like, thanks. But yeah, just wanted to let you know.
Thank you. And keep a watch if I hear anything.
Alright.
Doing a good job, right?
People keep telling me that.
I'm sure you are. They wouldn't be telling you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
you're
the
right.
little wizard boy would probably be dead at this point, so...
I wouldn't go that far. He seems to take care of himself quite nicely, but...
He is a... They normally need somebody to bolster up their front line, so...
They are
That's where we come
very
in.
squishy.
Certainly are.
That's why I got these guns.
I have you know I almost spit up.
But still, thank you for everything, for the advice. It's different hearing it come from someone who is also in this profession. It takes a lot. I appreciate it.
Profession's not all about just keeping one query on your target, especially since you've got yourself a group. You need to know your community. Talk to the people around you, know how they're going to react. Especially in your line of work, it's your job to know how people around you are going to react and know how you can change them.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm gonna head to bed, but
Yeah?
But thanks a lot.
It's no problem. Get some sleep under your belt. We'll do... I don't really know what we got in store for the rest of the month. We'll do a little training. If time abides, but I'll keep a watch out for a little.
Okay, sounds good. Good night, Cyran.
Night.